and spinning, and now there we are.
Hey, everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. My God, you guys, I'm so tired. Oh, it didn't work. Rumble didn't work.
Screw you, Rumble.
I'm just going to have to remove it. I don't know why Rumble isn't working.
Yeah.
I have to reset that again. Good morning, everybody.
You know what I'm excited about?
What?
I'm excited that mock is back. We're on a schedule again. I need to be on a schedule. You guys, I need some regularity, you know? It's you know what I'm saying? Regularity is good in all aspects of your life. That's one thing. I'm also excited. We're going to be talking about DeSantis today.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Excited about that.
Indeed. But not before we mention Cozy Earth, because a couple things to mention about Cozy Earth. Now that I'm home, I have to tell you, I traveled with the Cozy Earth robe, that gray, and I probably was in it.
You were in it, like the whole time you were in it, basically. Yeah.
Because first of all, it is so light, right? It's like this perfect lightweight, packable robe that you just throw into your suitcase, and it travels so well, and it's so buttery, soft, and yummy to wear, especially when you're not wearing anything else.
It's like heavy, but I know what you're saying. It's like heavy, but it's light. It's heavy and light at the same time. I can't even explain it. It like hangs on you really well.
It drapes.
Yes.
It drapes on you. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
And remember how I told you I met superfan insider Donna at that little club in Tucson, which was the craziest chance meeting ever.
Donna.
And I told you that Donna the very next day was having knee replacement surgery, right? Well, one of the things that she said is that she had gotten her Cozy Earth pants, her like joggers or whatever, lounge pants, because we have different kinds of things, lounge pants or joggers, both amazing. And here's what she said about them, because she knew that she was going to love them in the hospital. She said, they are amazing and perfect for me to wear to the hospital and also to recuperate at home. I'm definitely going to order more because they are wonderful. The fit is perfect. They are so soft, and I love the wide waistband on them, and that's a great point. The waistband,
they're like that big, right?
That's what makes them also so super comfortable. That, and they're like viscosy bamboo-ness. It's like magic. The material that
it doesn't cut you off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
ladies? It doesn't cut in and like
Oh, they're so nice,
and especially for those of us who have had the babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It hits you in just the right spot.
Right.
Yes. And right now, 35% off when you go to CozyEarth.com and use promo code CHECKS. Use that promo code, save 35% off of anything that you order from Cozy Earth. So really, you should try them because they are, oh God, it's just, it's
delicious.
Like living in luxury. I'm telling you. Okay. So lots to get to, but the first thing that we have to get to, I'm going to share my screen. I've already shared it. Biden spoke yesterday, and he's trying to like spin this. He's trying to blame Russia solely for the price of gas, which is utterly ridiculous. And anyone with half a brain knows that. But somewhere in his talk yesterday, he said something that has now gone totally viral. And we're going to unpack and untangle this clip because you guys... Okay, I'm not gonna, there's nothing I can say to introduce this.
This man.
These are the three people below him. These three people over here are who he is referring to in the clip that you're about to hear. Are you ready for this, Jelly?
I'm ready.
Let me make sure the sound is on. Here we go.
The three congressmen you have here, two of them look like they really could and did play ball, and the other one looks like he could bomb you. The three congressmen you have here, two of them look like they really could and did play ball, and the other one looks like he could bomb you.
Okay, the other one looks like what?
Like he would bomb you.
Oh my God. So who do you think are the ones who played ball? Just curious.
God.
Who are the ones? You guys should raise your hand and answer the question. Who are the ones that play ball? Who are they? I'm curious. Who are the ones that play ball? It's a legitimate question. I want somebody to answer it for me. Who are the ones that play ball? Who are the ones out of the three gentlemen sitting there that played ball? I want to know. Because I mean, they all could have technically played ball, right?
You imagine if Trump had said something like that? Can you imagine?
No. Okay, yes, I can't. Yes, I can imagine. But what, like, this guy is unbelievable.
Somebody like one of his defenders on Twitter, because that's the clip that's going viral right now.
Of course.
One of his defenders said, "Why are you leaving out the context?" And then they posted a clip of him saying like the stuff he said before, nothing about the full. You go out and find it yourselves, you guys. Nothing about the entire video. If you want to attach the front 2 minutes and the last 2 minutes on top of it, you be my guest.
Yeah.
Nothing changes what he just said. Nothing, no context makes that okay. None
clean
of
it. Clean and articulate, and all the other racist bullcrap that he said. I swear, this guy. Why did people vote for him? Why did it?
Amazing.
What, 80 million people? How many people did they say voted for this guy? How many people?
80 million. Yeah, 81 million.
80 million.
81 million.
I'm sorry, 81. Why did 81 million dumbass people vote for him? Why? Why did you do that? Why?
Just unreal. That anybody is trying to say, well, it was out of context. No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was out of context.
That was the context. That actually was the context.
I want those 81 million people to tell me what two of the three people do you think played ball? Which
one would bomb you?
Tell me and explain to me why. I need to understand. You need to explain to me why.
Oh my God.
Why?
C. Schomburger, thank you very, very much for that super sticker. Thank you very, very much. Quick flashback to, I love the, Jack Posobiec posted this and said, a reminder clip from Barack Obama. Remember when Barack said about Joe Biden, never underestimate Joe's ability to F things up? That's a direct quote from Barack Obama. And he ain't lying. So this clip that I'm about to show you is an 1997, very long time ago, 1997, when Joe Biden actually had his faculties about him and he wasn't completely demented. And he was also Mr. Tough Guy, right? Like he's Mr. Billy Badass. And so this clip is about him talking about Russia and Russia's unhappiness with NATO expansion. And so listen to him just being Mr. like Billy Badass dude. Watch this.
Our conversations have gone off, was repeated with Lebanon. They talked about they don't want this NATO expansion. They know it's not in their security interests and on and on. And said, well, and if you do that, we may have to look to China. And I couldn't help using the colloquial expression from my state by saying to Zaganoff, lots of luck in your senior year. Good luck. And if that doesn't work, try Iran. I'm serious. I said that to them, and these were
unbelievable.
And they know, I knew, they knew, everybody knows that is not an option. And everybody knows, every one of those leaders acknowledges and needs, and they resent it. But they need to look west. And the question is, whether this is designed to completely shut them out, but not in.
I mean, it's definitely prescient in that moment.
It's remarkable to see him able to speak. You know, isn't it? No, seriously, I'm being completely serious. I'm not even joking right now. Like, it's remarkable being able to see him like push a sentence out of his face and not struggle, and then see his face without all that, with the stretching and the weirdness. And I believe that he didn't have plugs back then.
That was before one of the hair.
Yeah, before all the hair stuff
processes.
Right. I mean, it's just truly remarkable to me. What a different human being he is in that clip. He's a different human being. Wow.
But it's amazing that he's saying to Russia back in 1997, oh, are you going to run to China or Iran? Good luck with that. When that is now exactly what is happening. We are running to Iran potentially for freaking oil.
and Venezuela and Venezuela. Yeah, and Saudi Arabia. And all the people and all these people that are like, we do not need to be running to. Like, I'm gross. We should all be completely grossed out by that. It's disgusting.
Well, and I do have a couple clips about that as well. Thank you, Patricia. But the first one, let's just recap how Biden is trying to spin all this, right? Because he is saying it's not his fault. The gas prices are not his fault. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Gonna go up.
Gonna go up.
Can't do much right now. Russia's responsible.
Oh my
Can't
God.
do much right now because Russia's responsible. I mean, and then yesterday he even said, everybody's wrong when they say that I did things to cause the gas prices to go up. Nuh-uh, because we're drilling all kinds of things and there's leases that haven't been used. He is so mischaracterizing and re-spinning his own history. Like, if you go back to his day one executive orders and how proud he was to totally undo everything that Trump had done to make us energy independent, he's all Mr. Happy Pants about it then. And now he's like, no, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you can fact check all that at EIA. You can fact check every single thing that he's saying. He's a complete freaking liar. In fact, there are numbers. There's a 1.5 million barrel per day drop since Trump. You can fact check it. Just go there and look at it. It doesn't. It's like this is not like something. He's saying the things. They are lies coming out of his face. These are lies. Psaki's lying too. They're lies, you guys. They're just. There's plain old lies. So when all your liberal friends are telling you, oh no, this isn't his fault, this is totally not his fault, you can just go ahead and refer them to EIA. You can just go ahead and refer them, because it's
are you talking about, who are you talking about? EIA?
It's like they give you the fact check is EIA. The site is here I'll tell you like what the acronym stands for. It's the site that tells you all the oil production, like tells you, hold on, let me tell you where it is. Hold on. I'll tell you this.
I don't know about that. I know about there's one that starts with A that I know about.
It's the Energy Information Administration. Information Administration. And they will tell you, it's a homepage for EIA.gov. They'll tell you exactly what the barrel per day rate is. And it's unbelievable because that is a government agency. Like, he just is trying to tell you something different than what it actually is. And there's been barrel per day drops since he's been in office. So he can't say that he's actually producing more when there's been less of a production since he's been in office. Right. I don't understand how they can actually say that out loud. I guess they just want you to take it at face value. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want people that are hearing him in his press conferences. If they hear him say, no, there's leases that aren't being used and we're doing more oil production than ever than my predecessor. He wants that to just be the narrative. And he's assuming that people won't fact check him. That's the assumption.
But that's absurd because there are people that will. But I guess it's kind of like what you always say. If the toothpaste is out of the tube, it's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube. And when they say it on the tarmac or when she says it in a press conference, and there's only, my husband, he hates watching all the political stuff. He just kind of lets me tell, because he's just like, this is too much crazy for me. And he saw Peter Doocy asking a question on Fox the other day because he was like walking from his office to the bathroom or something. And he's like, why is it that he's the only dude that ever asks questions from our side? And I'm like, because he's the only dude that they let in the room. He's the only one, really. I mean, maybe there may be two that are conservative every once in a while that they let into the press room.
Yeah, there's some others. Peter is definitely the most out there, visible.
He's definitely the most vocal. But I thought it was a really interesting question from somebody who doesn't follow politics as much as, say, you and I do, right?
Yeah.
So my husband is one of those people, and there are a lot of people like my husband in the country, right? And so he listens and watches it peripherally. And so I thought, well, that's a really interesting question because he's in there and he's asking the questions, and there's all these liberals in there asking questions. And then there's Peter Doocy. Peter Doocy is like one of the few conservatives in there. So it's an interesting perspective because that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why Biden can get away with this crap. He can get away with saying, oh no, oil production's gone up since I've been in office. It's the reason that Psaki can get away with saying it's gone up since, Biden's been in office, because there's nobody to hold these people accountable. with any of this
Thank
garbage.
you. Thank you, Michael. Michael says, welcome home, Mock. Love the beginning of the house tour, Daisy. And you guys, we will get her house tour on Locals. So
We're
if you're
trying.
a supporter on Locals, don't worry, you will also get that because that is for the people that are in our special group. So we'll do that today.
I was having trouble. I was having trouble with the video yesterday. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, but thank you.
We will get it.
So anyways,
sure.
yeah.
Wait,
so that's,
hang on. And also thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. I got to get my thank yous in. And we also need to make sure to mention our friends at Genucel because you guys, Genucel is still offering their ultra retinol free anytime you order their most popular package. So the most popular package already has all the great goodies in it. They're like obviously their most popular stuff, which is the stuff that is amazing. Their eye stuff, their XV cream, all of the stuff that's in their most popular products package is fantastic. But when you order that, you get, and you use code CHICKS, you get an extra 10% off. You get the ultra retinol, which is amazing and so smooth. It's so much nicer, honestly, than the prescription stuff that you get at a dermatologist. It is like a luxury to put on your face. And so you get that for free. You get the 10% off. You get free shipping when you go to genucel.com/chicks. Use the code, you guys, and get yourself the ultra retinol.
Get the jawline stuff. Get the jawline too. But the retinol and the jawline together, so good. Yeah,
so good. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
I was just going to say, but the whole like gas prices are Russia's fault, bunch of crap. November 2020, the average gas price was $2.11, and then like he spiked the prices because even before the pandemic, like it was never above $3 a gallon. And then he got into office and they immediately spiked. They spiked when he got into office. They spiked. That is when they spiked. And then they've continued to go up. And then now, of course, they're going to go up even more now that we're not going to. I mean, what is it like? I don't even know what I think the percentage is. I had the number. I think it was, I don't know, 10%, 7% of our oil comes from Russia, something like that, 7 to 10%. So it's not like a huge number, but even with that, of us saying that we're not going to get any more Russian oil, our prices are going to go even higher. I mean, our gas prices are going to even spike more, which I can't even imagine at this point, but it's going to happen.
In California, I think it was like already up to $7.
Like,
it's insane. Peggy, thank you very much. And by the way, he's also trying to spin his whole shutting down of the Keystone Pipeline. He's trying to say, well, it was only 10% complete at the time that we revoked the authorization for it. As if that helps. When you shut that down, you immediately shut it down. That means you shut down the production of it. He's trying to say that if he were to right today, say, okay, Keystone Pipeline, you can go ahead and restart, that they're only 10% of the way through, as if that doesn't also make him look bad. Think of how much further along they would be if he had not gotten in the way of it. So he can't try to pretend now that he's been Mr. pro-oil guy this whole time. He's not. It's such a big fat lie. And
You're right.
At the same time that they're doing that, they're still trying to say everything would be fine if we would just focus on clean energy and electric vehicles and all of this nonsense. Look at Jennifer Granholm. Jennifer Granholm, who is energy secretary, is basically acting like, well, it's electric is so much cheaper, clean energy is so much cheaper, wind and sun is so much cheaper. No, it isn't. If you want to install solar panels, do you know how much that is? Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's insane. Yeah.
And
it's
if you want to buy an electric car, those are
also
so
insane.
Expensive, but just look at her, listen to her tone as she talks about how everybody should just be able to just run out and buy all these things.
Doesn't clean energy just raise oil prices even more? Because we're still dependent very heavily on fossil fuels, and it's very expensive to get there.
It is not expensive. Clean energy is the cheapest form of energy. Wind and solar are the cheapest forms of energy. So no, it does not. In fact, if you drive an electric vehicle, not that everybody can afford one, but just if there were a transition to an electric vehicle and you filled up today at the pump with your vehicle, it would cost you maybe between $50 and $60 to fill it up. If you charged it at home, it would cost you maybe $12 to fill it up.
So just buy an electric car and get your charger at home, you guys. What's your problem? It's not like it plugs into anything and requires the use of energy. I mean these people are so unbelievably stupid.
But she contradicted herself because she's like, it's the cheapest form of energy. But then she's like, not that everybody can afford an electric car. Okay, so you basically just contradicted yourself, you hag, because that's I can't afford a Tesla. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go buy. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool to drive down the road with a little Tesla, right? At least for a day until I decided that I missed my truck, my giant ass truck, you know, because, but I mean, that's the thing is like, who can afford to go buy these EV cars, which is what they're pushing. And you hit the nail on the head when you're like, this is what they're focusing on. They're focusing on all this clean energy crap because this is what they're pushing. This is what this administration wants. They want to force us all into this green bull crap. That's what they want. They want to force us into this. The American people, I say the majority of us, so many of us, we didn't buy it before with Obama. We're not going to buy it now. We're just not going to do it. There's too many people. I mean, I live in rural America. You think these people are going to just like go, oh yeah, let me go ahead and just buy a freaking, I don't know, a Prius or a Tesla. These people aren't going to buy Teslas. They're not going to, there's no way. I'm not going to buy one. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And in Texas, you can't, you got to drive hundreds of miles. I mean, it's giant out here. You drive a lot. An electric car is just not practical because you can only go so far on a battery charge. It's just, it's not a practical.
If actually they got what they wanted and everybody got electric vehicles, how is that going to actually work on the roads when people need to plug in? When everybody is using them, how do they expect to get the energy it's going to require to charge all of those cars? And then what happens to the batteries, to all the batteries? How are they disposed of? It's they say these things and they're all like, this is the ultimate. And they don't think it through and they don't think we think it through. That's the problem, is that they think that we're too dumb to figure out that they are a huge, one giant big fat scam. I mean, it's just insane to me.
The problem is, Mock, is that about half of us are too dumb, which is why we have the guy in freaking office that we do. It's true. Yeah.
The amount that I can't cannot be overstated. Oh my gosh. Well, so he did put a ban on Russian oil imports, which, like you said, I've heard everywhere from 4 to 10%. I don't know what the exact percentage is.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it's not hugely significant, but it's significant enough that we're going to feel it. The problem is that if Europe also doesn't do that, we're still in the same predicament. Every country needs to focus on their own energy independence, which Germany had with nuclear, and they got rid of it to be completely dependent on Russia. And that's a huge, huge problem. So, and of course, the war is still like heated up. It's still ramped up. It's still terrifying. And the threat of nuclear goes up, I feel like, every day, which again, to all the people who are like, Ukraine is just as corrupt and you should be like pro Putin in this because he's trying to save people. No, I'm sorry. If there's a threat of nuclear activity from Putin, you cannot defend that. You cannot defend Putin. So again, I'm just going to say it to the people who are going to be like, but Putin's trying to like murder pedophiles. Please stop your QAnon stuff and leave me out of that, because I just can't. Stop sending me emails. Stop commenting about he's trying to take down a pedophile ring. I cannot deal with that. He's thinking about nukes. This will change the entire world. That's a problem. I just can't.
The other thing that really bothered me about that yesterday is like, of course, this administration is taking a victory lap with the whole, we're not funding this war, but they already did. We already did. It's like I guess that's what irritates me. It's like Biden leads from behind. He's never, this whole administration, did they wait to see what everybody else is doing? And then like they wait for pressure. And it's like he has never been in the front when it comes to leading. He always looks around to see what all the other pansies are doing. And then he's like, oh, should I be doing that too? Oh, okay. God, he's the worst. He is just the worst freaking non-leader that we've ever had. I think he's worse than Jimmy Carter. He's the worst. Absolute.
I don't know how anybody, because I saw one place I think that said he's polling a little tiny bit better than he was in the past
Ugh.
few weeks. I don't know what is the problem with or what's the reason for the change. But when you start asking the people in those polls very specific questions about, do you think he's capable of leading? Do you think he's mentally fit? Those kinds of questions, people are still overwhelmingly saying, guy's a little out
No.
there, like guy's got some problems. So, it's
bad.
There's nobody. You can't be an American person right now and feel like you're doing better than you were when Trump was president. You cannot.
No.
Like, that's not possible.
I mean, it's like there are people in this country who have more faith and reverence for the Ukrainian, the leader of Ukraine, than they do for our own president. I mean, you see it, and that is disturbing to me. That bothers me. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate that. I know. I do.
It is why we so desperately need a palate cleanser right now in the form of Governor DeSantis.
How you doing? How you doing, Ron? How you doing?
So you've probably heard all about the Don't Say Gay bill. This is what detractors of DeSantis are saying about this legislation in Florida, which protects parents and small kids, particularly K through 3, I think, from having to be indoctrinated into an LGBTQIAZ plus whatever agenda. And and not just that agenda, but just allowing parents to be notified by the school and to opt out of certain kinds of instruction that relates to that with their kids who are itty bitties, right? Like the littlest among the kids, because that's not the time or place to be talking about gay and trans
gayness.
So there's been a lot of pushback from Christina Pushaw, his communications person, and like his whole team, because this whole "don't say gay," people are saying he's basically saying "don't say gay." That's why they're calling it that. That's why they've named the bill that, the leftists. And so a reporter started to ask him about it. I think it was the day before yesterday. And he so puts the reporter in their place in the most delicious of ways. And that is what you're about to see. Let me make sure the sound is all the way up. Watch. The reporter's hard to hear.
Does it say that in the bill? Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill, because you are pushing false narratives. It doesn't matter what critics say. For who? For grades pre-K through 3. So 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. And the idea that you wouldn't be honest about that and tell people what it actually says, it's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. And so we disabuse you of those narratives. And we're going to make sure that parents are able to send their kid to kindergarten without having some of this stuff injected into their school curriculum.
Isn't that just beautiful?
He's awesome. Yeah, he's totally awesome. And why would you want that taught to your itty bitty? Why would you want that crap? Why are they fighting so hard to have that stuff taught to itty bitty kids? What the hell is wrong with you? Seriously. Like it, and we know there are a lot of gay people that watch this broadcast, and I know that they feel the same way that we do about that. They are like, that's stupid. Why would you want that taught to little kids? I mean, It's like, this is what's so weird about rabid liberal LGBT activists that are, they're activists. They are just so, we got to ram this down the throats of little kids. That you have a problem. Like, you have a severe problem if you really want that to happen. Because I don't understand the reasoning behind that. That's whack. It's whack.
It's completely whack. And really, the bill, if you actually read the bill, I mean, to DeSantis's point, it's nothing like what the left would have you believe it is. It's all about making sure that parents are involved in their students' education. They're informed. They have the ability to offer consent for certain kinds of instruction. All of those things should be common sense anyway. You should want parents to be involved. You shouldn't want to keep things from them. And so that's why I love the way that he fought back about it. It was so perfect because he's like, is that in the bill? Does it say don't say gay in the bill? Because no, it does not. It does not say that.
Right.
Oh, God. It's just so infuriating. We missed International Women's Day yesterday. So happy International Women's Day to you.
Happy day to you. Cash wants to say happy International Women's Day to everybody. Yes.
He's like, I like girls.
He's like, I like them. I like to sniff their butts. Mm-hmm.
Also, quick programming note tonight. Is today Wednesday? Yes. Tonight was supposed to be our return to Newsmax, but it will not be because they are just waist deep in Ukraine coverage. So that's really all they're focusing on Grant Stinchfield's show. And so we've been bumped to next week. So if you were hoping to catch us on Newsmax tonight, you have to wait one other week. Oh, look at there. We see the sunrise again.
I'm sorry. My dog wants out of the office. He's sick of talking about Ukraine. Okay.
Also, a reminder that you can put us right here, right in your tool belt,
right there, you guys.
Take us on the go, and subscribe to the audio form of this very podcast on any podcasting platform that you prefer. And with that, it is time for some My Pillow talks. Don't forget. Right now, if you order anything, anything at all from My Pillow, you get a copy of Mike Lindell's book. Am I doing it? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Sad.
It's fantastic.
Drug addict, happy business owner. Sad drug addict, happy business owner. It's the whole story of how he is like a rags to riches story, all the way on the bottom, all the way to the top story. So you'll
basically
get that
what America's all about, man. It's the American dream right there.
American dream. So you'll get a free copy of that book with any order that you place with My Pillow. Just go to mypillow.com/chicks, use code chicks. You're going to get all the things. Okay. I have so many talks because obviously I've been on vacation. So I'm rolling back to some that I didn't even get to before I showed you this crazy girl balancing on that thing. Remember that I showed you the other day?
Yes. Oh my God. That was nuts. That was nuts.
So first you're going to see, my husband is watching right now, so I'm sorry to say this in front of him, but you're going to see hot guy with a dog. So this hot guy has the most unbelievably well-trained dog that takes selfies with him and does all these things. And so you're going to see a little bit of that action.
The Doberman.
Yeah.
Hi, baby. There you are. Hi. You want to take some pictures? Okay, you got to get off. Ready? I need a kiss. Thank you. Now go back. Sit. There we go. Ready? Look right here. All right.
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
Don't move. Close that mouth. Don't move. Isn't a good girl.
Isn't that amazing? Ron just goes, he's not that hot.
He's pretty hot. He's pretty hot.
Okay.
Pretty hot.
Next, you're going to see Peanut's favorite trick.
Stay. Stay.
And what I love is that she covers his privates. Oh my God, I love that.
I think it's
Hang
absolutely
on.
crazy that I can look
I
like.
went to the wrong place.
That's
Hang on.
so cute.
Sorry. Okay. Then I want to show you these owls and the crazy sound that I didn't know the owls made.
I love owls. You have no idea how much I love owls. I love
do too.
them.
They're so cool. You're gonna love this.
I love them.
They clack.
They clack with their mouths?
Yeah, with their beaks.
I love them. I just love them.
A lot of people are freaked out by them, but I love them too. I think they're just the coolest creature.
I think they're really neat. I'm not freaked out by them at all. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, I just think they're amazing. Okay, this is going to be for the Gen Xers like we are. This is, you know how like we've made fun of people younger than us that like if you want to roll down your window, they don't know what this means.
Yeah,
They
like
don't know what
this.
it means to like slam down your phone on somebody to hang up on somebody, right? So
Yeah.
this is such a great example of that, but not one that we've talked about before, which is why I thought you'd like it.
Use payphones, and payphones cost 25 cents, but a lot of times we wouldn't have 25 cents. So if you want to tell like your parents you were going home late, you were coming home late, or you want to tell your
Collect.
friend something, you would call collect. Do you know what calling collect is? Okay, you would call the operator and you would say, operator, I'd like to make a collect call. And an actual person would say, okay, what's the number? And they would patch you through and they would be on the line and listening to you. And you would say like, collect call from, and they would ask you, who's the collect call from? And you would say, the collect call's from Mom, I'm going to be home late. And they would be like, collect call from Mom, I'm going to be home late. Do you accept the call? And then your mom would just say no. So they wouldn't have to pay for the call, but they would have to pay for the
So
call.
true.
And then they would know.
Oh my God.
Late. That's how they did it.
What did she say? What she
He
say?
goes, what the fuck? Her mind was blown. It
Oh my
was
God.
blown.
I used to do that all the time because I went to University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and I would be driving home, and my parents didn't want to pay for the charges, and I would always stop in Chattanooga to get home to Atlanta. It was like halfway, and I'd stop and I'd make a collect call because we didn't have cell phones, and so I'd stop at some like janky place in Chattanooga, and I'd be like, they'd be like, collect call from Amy Jo. Do you accept the charges? My mom would be like, no. And then they would just know that I was alive in Chattanooga, that I would be home in a few hours. I mean, this is what they did. It's so different now. Now it's like everybody's calling from their cars. I mean,
Right?
you know how easy they have it. I swear.
Well,
they
and
don't
remember
know.
when there were operators? Like
Yes.
you would hit 0 and you would actually talk to someone. I used to call overseas that way. I mean, that was how you did it. You used an operator person.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So crazy. Okay, look at this. This is just a really quick one that cracked me up.
Looking at vehicles, you got to really look at the little things. See how close this panel is and how it's touching and rubbing? You can tell that at some point it's been in an accident. Looking at vehicles, you got to really look at the little things. See how close this panel is and how it's touching and rubbing? You can tell that at some point it's been in an accident.
At some point.
Some point. Yeah, maybe along the way. Yeah.
Okay, I have to show this one as well, and this is the last one for today.
I said don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna wake everybody up. Don't. Bow. Bow.
Wait for it.
Bow. Hey, bow.
I love him.
Just wait.
He wants to.
Bow.
And now everybody starts.
The whole family. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Just gets me
It's just like
every
an itty
time.
bitty one. He just starts it out with a. Yeah.
He can't help it. He can't help it.
No,
you
he can't.
guys.
He wants to wake up the whole family. This is why you can't have nice things when you have dogs, you guys. This is why. Can't have nice things. Can't sleep in. Can't do anything. This is right. Okay, it's Wednesday.
All right, Wednesday.
So glad we're back.
to
So
normal.
glad we're back. Back to normal.
Back to
everybody.
normal.
Back to
Except for my
normal.
sleeping habits. Not
Right.
back to normal.
That'll never be normal.
It's no shower Wednesday today.
Listen, you're a mom. It's never going to be normal. You're never going to have normal sleeping habits. Everybody bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, big hugs. Big hugs. You guys have the best Wednesday of your lives. We will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.